What's happening, guys? So today we are putting on the painted wings. Rubble spent a lot of time yesterday and the day before to get this done. How many hours would you say you've got in it, mate?
What from start to finish?
Yeah, well, just painting wise. Obviously I done a day filler.
Probably 8.
Cool,
Crap, isn't it?
yeah. So, like I said, today's video, you'll see us fitting these. Rubble's already on this one. We've got a little bit of flat sanding to do as well. Front bumper I go back on.
Yeah, that flat I've already explained in the other one. That sanding won't be done for a week or so. It's got
And
to
then,
go off.
so that's that. And then we're gonna, I think, we're gonna try and stand these ramps up and eye them up today. But obviously that's not part of this golf video. So, fingers crossed, we're gonna win. Right, that's whacked down to 240, mate. I think I've gone a little bit too steep on that curve, if you get what I'm saying, like the radius of it. I think it's a bit much, because just, oh Christ, matching it up to this one, it's not the same. And I don't know whether where you filled it, it's lower, if that makes sense, because, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same. That's down and an angle where I've sanded it round. Let me know what you think anyway, mate, because fucking, yeah, I'm just getting there anyway. I just need to 240 this one. I need to put a little bit more filler down here. And a bit here as well, but fuck it. Darn it. Right, so that's that side whacked down to 240, mate. Like I said, a couple of little snots in there that we need to get rid of. Just the next layer of filler. I'm gonna try and get this edge back in with filler.
Righto guys, we're back in the unit, back on these wings. So what I've got to do now is flatten all this down, all this paintwork here. That's the repair from this side where it was welded in. So all the filling and everything's been done. You don't even see this bit because it's up against the main A-post. It's all been rust proofed inside. So what I want to do is try and lose this line here and hopefully blend it in a bit. There is a few little marks here and there where they've been dragged around the workshop, but I think I'll just have to blend them into that like that. So we shall see. This other one's not as bad at all, so I think I'll get away with blending in here, because that one only wanted this bit putting back in it. As you can see inside of it, it's all wax oiled up now. There's a little bit on this here, but most of this will polish out on that wing. But this one, we've got our work cut out on it. So let's get on with it and we'll see what it looks like. Hopefully rubs down nice and flat, but it's going to be a bit of a bitch whatever happens. So I've made the first pass with some 800 wet and dry, and now that's lovely and smooth, all of that whole area. I'm now going to go over with 1200 and get these little scratches out, although we're going to have to fill them. I might have to put a bit of colour in them or whatever, but yeah, I didn't want to do it like this, dragged it all about. I should have really taped all this up heavily before I'd done it, but I didn't want the masking tape catching fire. But oh well, onwards and upwards. So go on to some 1200 wet and dry and see how that lot comes up there. Hopefully I can get these, this is just tar marks, so get all them out, and then it's these little scratches, but when you wet them up they disappear, so hopefully a bit of lacquer on them should be alright once they're softened up. So there you go, that's 1200 wet and dry. Definitely going to have to fill these chips in. That's all lovely and feathered in now, nice and smooth. There's a few little tiny bits and pieces, but most of those little light scratches have come out now. So when I lacquer this, you should lose most of that, but yeah, bit of a difficult one this, but we'll get there, we will get there. I'm just going to give it these a little clean up, see what I can do about these first, and then dust that in. But even on that light rub down, you can see that this, where this has had paint before, that's slightly darker in this colour, in this light. Don't know where the torch is. But, yeah, I'll show you in the torch a bit later, but definitely see it had paintwork. So onwards and upwards. So I've filled in all these little dots that were here, little bits of scrape, using an old valeter's trick, which is put some paint into a pot and use the tiniest cable tie, tiny little one. It's almost got an end the size of a needle. And you just literally dip it in your paint, find a little white blemish like that, and then, where is it? Just fill it in like that, and like that. Now this ain't nowhere near professional or whatever, forget it, but it does hide a lot of stuff. I learnt this off a valeter years ago, and that's what he would do, just go along with a little, well, he used a cotton bud, but then someone else said no, use a, because it acts like a funnel, so you get a little chip like that, and it just drips off, look, enough for you to fill your little imperfection in. And when that dries, you just won't see it, especially as we're going to colour and clear the whole wing anyway. So, but like I say, if you look closer you can see all the different colours that it's been. So they've used a mishmash of reds on this, but we will do what we can. Let's try it on this bigger one here to show you. Trying to do it one-handed here. Yeah, that's better. So we'll get it in and we'll just go straight for it. Oh no, it's a bit of snot. But on that bottom bit, look. There you go. Across this line. Almost acts like a pencil. And it just fills in the tiniest amount. So it don't take long to dry. Then hit that with some 2000 wet and dry. and it'll come up all right. So yeah, let's see what it looks like when we start to get a bit of colour on here, see if we can get any blend going, but I'm not holding out much hope. So there's the first little dusty coat. I've taken the blend to about there, if you can see it, and I've done the whole of that arch lip. So we've still got a bit bleeding through here, but hopefully the next coat will lose that. But see that dry spot? It's not far off, is it? Eh? So once that's lacquered in, I reckon we'll almost be there, cooking. So that'll do me, I think. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So, and that's just using Halford's Tornado Red. We normally get it made up from CPC car paints online, as you know. We've done the others before, but just couldn't get a colour code for this car, so I ended up buying all different sorts of reds, including Mars red. That was way too bright, but the label looked okay. So trial and error really, but this car's all different colours anyway really. When you can't really notice it in the bright sun, but it's definitely had a full respray at some point, but I don't think they used the original Tornado Red or whatever it was called. So here we go. Just let that flash up for 10 minutes or so, and then I'll give it another coat. I've done the little lips as well. I might land up painting the whole wing actually, but I didn't want to, but we'll see what it turns out like once it starts to dry up a bit. There we go guys, I think you'll agree that has come out all right. That's without any clear yet. Managed to blend it right in all the way up to here. So that's just that hazy part there is where I've 1200 in it for some clear coat. So yeah, look at that, it's blended in lovely. Not sure what it'll look like on the car, probably the wrong car, but yeah, we come up, you can see a bit of a better angle here. And like I say, once this is wetted up a bit, that'll be like the clear coat. I think it will look pretty good. So I'm more than happy with that. For out of a couple of rattle cans and a 5-minute job. But in the long run, it probably would have been cheaper to buy a pair of wings, although they're best part of 200 quid each. Because then all you would have done is painted them. Realistically, we've got quite a few hours in this now, but it's my car, so I'm happy with saving a few quid, and every day you're doing a little bit more of this sort of thing, you learn a bit more. So what I'll do is I'll let that dry completely up, and then there's a tiny bit of dust nib there and one there. I'll take them out and then get the whole panel ready for clear, which I might actually spray on the car itself, and because I might have to blend into these doors, but I don't know. The rest of the car comes up pretty shiny anyway, but there we go. Not too bad at all. That repair's come up lovely. So, yeah, that's dry enough to show you. So once that sits in to where it's meant to live, look at that. It's not a bad colour match, is it? Because we ain't painted that. So yeah, okie dokie, looking good. Just got to break out all this gob from the back of this so that this can sit in nicely, because these tabs are broken there, but I think you'll agree that's pretty much a collar match, isn't it? So happy days. Happy days. Put that back up there. Right, let's start with the other wing. So guys, there it is on. Still got a tiny bit of filler that was just overfill here, but that'll come off with a bit of thinners and stuff. But the colour match, look at that. Don't touch the door. Pretty spot on. We'll get that bottom bit done. This wing's still loose, so but even the gaps, all right. Once that bit of trim goes on, yeah, that's come up nice. So no clear coat on it yet, but I'm tempted to just redo the whole wing, as that's blended in quite nicely along here. To be fair, for Halford's paint, I know it's not come up too bad. It's nice and flat. I think might have a little bit of fettling to do here with that trim, but I might just leave that actually, because I don't think these corner pieces were the right ones for this 3.5, because they had to put a big lob of glue here and snap off the back whatever was that retainer was. So I think what they've done is found, I don't know, Mark 4 ones or Mark 3 ones or whatever they are, but they don't quite fit right anyway. But just there was a little bit too much overfill, I think. So not going to worry about it too much because it sits all right, as you saw in the previous video, and it needs to be bonded in anyway because the lugs are snapped and I can't find them anywhere. So there we go, looking good. Let's get on with the next wing. So guys, I decided to spray the whole wing, and it's come out. Now it obviously still needs clear coat. It's come out amazing for a rattle can anyway, but yeah, I'm happy with that. There's that one. Just see a bit of the dry spots in it, but once you get up close, I think that's come out very well, to be fair. And yeah, fair play to Halford's paint. Tornado red. It seemed to blend really nicely. Like I said, we haven't sprayed these rubbing strips here, but when you put them on, the colour match is pretty spot on. So I'm going to let them dry up overnight, and then I'll probably go over them with a bit of, I don't know, 1800, 2000 something. Then I'll clear coat them. But yeah, they're looking pretty good. So yeah, more than happy with that. Those repairs have come out quite nice now, look. You can't really see any of the join. So yeah. Hello guys, back in the garage. I was going to clear coat these wings today. 1200, flatten them down and clear them. I had a bit of a reaction on this one. And I don't know whether it was a bit of thinners underneath it, but you probably just see a little bit there where I've had to rub it all back again and redo it. But yeah, very strange. So luckily I've got some more paint. I just have to redo this bit, but hey ho, all a learning curve. This one's rubbed down with 1200. This one was spot on, so I don't know what was wrong with that side. I reckon some rainwater hit it overnight or something. But yeah, turn that off. That's all rubbed down nicely, ready for clear coat. So yeah, onwards and upwards. Right guys, this is the passenger side wing, which was the worst one, now in clear, using our old faithful, as we always say, Pro XL 2K clear. Activate at the bottom. Really should they should sponsor us a few cans of this now, because it's been in loads of our videos, but it's brilliant stuff, it really is. You know, it just, for a rattle can, have a look at that. And you can see all of my reflection, that. So, yeah, that's pretty, it's come out pretty good, isn't it? Considering that was the bottom repair. That looks fairly good now, I think you'll agree. Light here is not very good, but yeah. And then on to this one where I had the reaction. So I've just resprayed literally from this line back down. I don't know what it caused it. I'm thinking where I've wiped it down with panel wipe, I don't know. I always use the tack cloths, panel wipe, and then a good proper tack cloth to get all the bits out of it, but it could have been something already under that clear coat that caused the reaction. But so this will want letting dry now, and then I'll 1200 it again and go over it to clear, so then that one should start to look like that one. So I think I'm quite happy with that actually. Typical little bloody dust nib look, but that's what you get when you ain't got a spray booth. But you can see all the lights reflecting off it now, me reflecting off it, hello. So yeah, good, 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 no runs, and yeah, happy days. Cabe's not here, he'll be back tomorrow because he's having his 12th dinner of the day. Never known anyone to eat so much, but there we go. So, I'll do that one, and then hopefully tomorrow we'll cut and polish them and get them. Well, I'm going to do that on the car though, so it blends into the doors a little bit, but I'm quite happy with that. It looks a pretty good colour match. Like I say, those corners there, we ain't touched them, but it's a good match. But there we go, see you in a bit, bye. Good morning guys, Sunday morning. Today, I'm going to fit the wings back to the car. I was going to cut and polish this back, but it's quite cold at the moment, and that 2K says leave for at least 24 hours before you attempt to do it. So I'm just going to fit them on today, put everything back on the car. Yesterday I done in the corners on the seals, filled it right in there, both sides. Both sides, both corners. So now I'm going to put the wings back on. When we come to cut and polish, we can just do a little bit into the doors as well, so that it's a bit more of a blend. And yeah, so get cracking, and hopefully it'll be back on its wheels this afternoon. And got to put all this back, aerial, everything else, evap canister. Yeah, see you in a bit.
Right, so fitting these wings is the same process as obviously taking them off. You've got that really crap one in there. I don't know whether I can zoom on this, but yeah, you've got that really bad one there. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 at the top here, and then that wing pushes in. I might try and fit this side while Lee's doing that side. This one obviously takes a little bit more. You've got the aerial and this canister that needs to go in, but it's pretty self-explanatory on how to do so. Right, so we've put this side on, as in the first video, which I'll put a link to in the top right hand corner. But it's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then same again for the inside. Arch lining's all back in, looking mint. Other side's done, arch lining all in. Just need to put the front bumper on, bumper's back on, grill's back on. Just need to put the 2 push pins in back here. This wing's on. Rubble's just getting the wheel to put back on. Then hopefully we can jack her down and roll her out and start putting the ramp up. Fingers crossed. What's happening, guys? As you can hear, she's all running. There's no leaks at the thermostat. Like, just shine the torch in there, please, mate. No leaks. Everything's up and running. We're just going to do a tool tidy up, sweep this bit out the front here, and then we're going to drag her out and see where it goes. Right, Golf's outside, unit swept and cleaned. So as you can see in the daylight, it's not actually a bad, well, it's bang on, to be honest with you. And that's in the daylight. So yeah, hope you like this one, guys. That is the final part on this. All me and Lee have got to do is sort the unit out, hopefully get the ramps up. So in the next video you see, hopefully we'll have all these up and a car on. Job's a good one. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and hope you enjoyed this part of the, well, final part of the Golf. Cheers, guys.